So we are here at the third Mariculture Conference of Alaska, and I just want to bring us back to the first Mariculture Conference of Alaska, which was held in Juneau of 2022. The real driver of that conference, with support from the Juneau Economic Development Council, was the president of the University of Alaska, Pat Pitney. And at that meeting, at that conference, she said to us, the University of Alaska is all in for mariculture. And I'm really proud to say that that has stuck true until this day. And to provide us with some closing remarks for the third conference, please join me in welcoming President Pat Pitney.
And we remain all in on mariculture. I'm excited to see how much this forum has grown, and it's only been 2 years. This is the third one. I'm also really happy with the partnerships that have grown through this, whether it's with the Southeast Conference and their Build Back Better, all of the organizations, and somebody was saying, maybe consolidation of the communications. But, each group has a connection to a slightly different entity, whether it's the coastal communities, whether it's the Native corporations, whether it's the university and the workforce, whether it's the research side, whether it's the Blue Economy Center. And I think as a industry where mariculture has such potential, and we're starting to see that potential, we're starting to see the limits, but we're also starting to see where the doors are opening. And having that many groups coming at this industry potential from all these different directions, I think is really positive. So yeah, over time, it's going to come together, but right now we're having to build it. We're having to build it from scratch. And the positive thing about the mariculture industry, it's not one thing. You've got your shellfish, you've got your kelp, but think about all the things our coastlines can produce. And don't be narrow. Think of it as broad. If this is going to be a $100 million industry for our state soon, it's not going to be just in those areas. What about just the niche sample of small fish? What about a particular niche sample of kelp that you can't do anywhere else? We have the opportunity, but it's broad. One of the things that we're going to have to do to really make this work, though, is that market. And we know we have a disconnect between our kelp market and the buying market. So the more we can focus on that, the better off we're going to be. I just wanted to note a couple of highlights of activities we have. I want to call out Jenny Eckert and the Sea Grant program for their work here. I see I see Robert back here with Southeast Conference. I see Paul Kraft down here with Sitka Campus. We have a Blue Economy Center. Thank you. I actually grabbed a glass of water for just this occasion. Excuse me. The breadth of partnership, the breadth of opportunity. I can't get there from here. It's huge. I'm just going to close with one thing since I can't. Sorry. Since 2011, more than 1,000 people have graduated from programs relevant to fisheries, marine science, and the marine sciences industry. Our programs in diving, our programs in fish tech, oceanography, fish biology, mariculture, the hands-on programs in scientific diving, 1,000 people, 95% of those are living and working in Alaska. That attention, that focus on this industry and our work with partners is what's going to facilitate the momentum that all of you brought to this room. So I apologize for the not being able to talk today, but thank you for your participation, and we remain all in on mariculture. Thanks.
Thank you so much, President Pitney, for joining us today. We really do appreciate it. And can I just get a round of applause for everyone who came and attended this conference? We traveled from so far with open hearts and open minds, knowing that we wanted to come here and we wanted to discuss all of the opportunities and challenges that currently are presented to us. We are going to go ahead and end the conference, but I want you to look up here. Another QR code, we're really good at these now, is a survey for how this conference went. We really put a lot of effort into reading these surveys to try to make this conference better each year to meet all of our needs and those changing needs. And as a tiny little carrot, one person will get drawn from the hat for a free registration for next year's conference, because I know you guys all want to come back to that one. We're going to go ahead and go on a 30-minute break before we start our 2 workshops. We do have 2 workshops that will take place. One is going to be run by Carol Brady on the shellfish application forms, so she'll be doing an overview. That one's going to be in the aft deck, so behind the wall. So now that there's a wall up, you have to go out of the room and back into that other side. And then there will be a second workshop, which will be here in the foredeck. That's going to be Unearthing the Unique Narrative of Alaska Cuisine, and that will be brought on by the Climate League. So thank you, everyone, for joining us. I hope you enjoy the workshops and safe travels home.